All right, guys. So I'm here in Shenzhen, China, and right now, this is the flagship from DJI. So look at this, and of course, I'm recording this from DJI. So we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna see if it's okay for me to record, and I'll keep you posted. So we'll see what they say. Right. So yes, we can film inside. So I'm gonna walk you through, guys, first to the drones. I mean, everyone has drones, so I want to show you what they have. I want to flip the camera for you because they have drones that are super cool. Let me show you this. Boom. All right. So we have basically every kind of drone that you can imagine. We have the DJI Mavic Pro, and this one has a Hasselblad cameras, as you know, and this is the new Mavic 4 Pro. So if you see this pricing here, so with the pricing, just divide this by 7.14 and it will give you the price in US dollars. Now keep in mind that doesn't include shipping, tariff, or any other dues on customs. Drones in this size, this category, you will definitely need a license to use on open airspace. More especially if you are planning to work with your drone and make some money with different materials and different stuff. So here are the lenses that you have, the ND lenses, so you can film on a really bright conditions. This is one of the new things that I saw on their announcement, that DJI Mini 5 Pro. So this is a pretty sweet little drone. The battery, yeah, the 500, 1000, 2000, and the pricing though is actually very affordable, very affordable on pricing. So it's something that you might consider if you see those online. So let me show you the other side of the drones. 你好。 So this one has a body, like a clear body, so it looks actually looks pretty dang cool. Again, pricing is not terrible, honestly, but this is not including all the parts and everything that you need to pay on customs. And here are all the parts for the DJI. So the spare parts, you can buy parts to fix your drones. So this is the speed drone. Many of you guys know that you just put a headset and you're basically on board of your drone, so you can just fly around with your drone. And it has this intuitive controller that goes with your hand and the joystick to do maneuvers and stuff. So this is a pretty agile drone. Let me show you. So you are like me, you like the Osmo series. This is the Osmo Action series. So this is the handheld for the Action that plays as a tripod. So this is the Action 4. That it can be used as a vlog camera, but this has a digital or electronic stabilization. I prefer I'm gonna say the Pocket 3. It's a little bit more compact and does the same. So here are some of the accessories that you have on the Pocket 3. I like that body. That guy here is great. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. Look at that, it's a clear body for your DJI. That's pretty cool. I do use something different, not quite the same, but it's nice. Here is the Osmo 360. So this is the 360 AI camera that does the stitching on everything. So this is a nice camera for a 360 degrees rendering basically on your videos. So here's a couple of the accessories that you can buy. These ones here, Basically the adapter, USB adapter, you have a microphone and the casing, and these all are for the action cameras. This is for a deep sea action camera, so that goes very nice. So you guys don't know, I'm recording this right now with a DJI microphone. I have the version 2, but they have the DJI microphone mini. This is the one I'm using right now for this video, and here is the newer version of the microphone. Let me show you. So this is the new version of the microphone, and you can see that you have the receiver. Look at the size of this guy now. It's half of the size of mine. So that's a lot easier, a lot smaller to travel. Here are some mounting brackets that you can use. The one for the neck is here. You have the chest one and many others, especially the self stick, that is nice. All right, we have here the DJI RS4, and the running, you know, RS for running. So I have one of these. This is not the 4. I have the second version for my big DSLR, and it's very nice. You can buy different things. This one has the controllers now here. Mine has an extra control that you add on the side, but you balance your DSLR and you automatically start working with a big lens, with a nice professional lens. So here is the other version on black. This is the RS4 Pro. Look at that. So this is basically like the one I have. It has a contact on the side, and I have a previous version, and you put here all the other elements for the follow focus that connects to your camera. So you have the focal option, the follow focus, and many other options there. Now, if you want to be more professional and definitely wireless, you have here some options, transmission set. So this is a set that will go with your running, and you can use these to control different aspects of the camera wirelessly, especially when you have action shots that you can't be holding the camera in the same way. So one controller and one person with the equipment. So you control here the follow focus, you control here all the aspects that you configure on your camera for it. So this is just, I mean, price wise is better than US, I'm gonna say, but it still is a pricey toy to have. The running 2, I have a very basic version of this, but yes. Here we have the RS Pro again in a different configuration. And here are the accessories. Here is the follow focus that I use. Here it is. Then you have the brackets and the mounting for different elements that you are going to be working. Even when you do dual lens for a 3D focusing. So this is the sensor that it takes distance to be able to have the right focal distance. Now, before I go to the rest, I want to show you some of the drones, because this is just amazing. Here are the gimbals that you add on the drones, and all these are in the professional series. So these are all the ones that equipped with a LiDAR and different other options on the DJI, and they have some that are being used for work. So you have here a video of drones pulling cables and moving equipment, which is very, very interesting. Now, I did notice this in one of the business that I did for one of the centers. So this one here has a megaphone on the top. And I did notice the last time that I went to visit one of these places here, they have a couple drones in different areas making announcements and just flying around making an announcement. This was amazing for me to see. I didn't know that that was a DJI drone. I thought that was something that they put together for it. So this one redefines industry standards for small commercial drones, 48 megapixels, and especially for firefighters to find different things apparently. This one here has an RTK module for leveling precision and measuring. So this is on the industrial grade work. This one is for an emergency and announcements. And then we have this one that has multiple cameras. That is a multispectral, has two forms inside and combines RGB camera with multispectral cameras for scan and analyze. So this one here has a really advanced camera system. Now, this is a line that I did not know that exists for DJI. And look at the cameras in this one. And this is the Matrix 4T. It has infrared thermal cameras, wide angle cameras, medium tele camera, and then it has also a laser range finder with neutral infrared auxiliary light. So this is a search and rescue drone basically. Now, these are the self-deploy and emergency camera equipment with the drones with GPS integrated and many other functions. It's a whole platform that comes out of your base, goes to the emergency center and monitor the work. And if you wonder, this is how this look. It's a complete self-station for the drone. It has the air and barometer on it. It's a complete station, self-sustained, completely autonomous, based on emergency. You just activate it for deploy and the drone do the rest. The delivery drone. This drone carry up to 30 kilograms. That's roughly about 58 pounds. Maybe, not exactly sure. It has a range of 16 kilometers, so that's about 16 kilometers is about 1.5 miles is 1 kilometer. So yeah, it's 16 kilometers. I don't know the conversion. I'm terrible at math, okay? Don't judge me. But look at this. I mean, it's carrying 30 pounds. This one here is meant for crops, fertilizing and everything in between, also into their autonomous line. So you fill it with anything you need and it will fly over your crops, making sure that everything gets fertilized properly. Here is a couple videos. They are using it for all kind of operations. This is some thumbnails. Now, this is something that I did not know exists on DJI. They have a generators. That is pretty sick. Here's the video of the drone for crops. So this is something that we don't see every day in the United States, you know, but here I see already when I was going places, drones flying in different occasions, doing different things. I didn't know what they were doing, but now it makes total sense. Here's another version, and here is the system that they use for the fluids. This is a liquid, because there is another one that is to put a grain, but this is all fertilizers and water sprayers. Now, let me show you something cool, the anatomy of the drone. Look at that. This is an exploded view of everything this drone has. let me show you this. So here is a little video of how a fleet of little drones are doing the watering, fertilizing and everything on the field. Of course, I'm gonna guess that this is not something that a lot of people will be able to afford, but a company that does this to maximize the yield could be using. Here is part of the technology and how the system is working to analyze everything. So if you really want to learn more about these drones before you do an investment on them, you can absolutely do it. Let me show you. Here are the different lenses that you use. We have the GPS, RTK, and RTK with something else. But here are the gimbals for the cameras. And you remember this guy? Look at this little guy, now used as a GPS system. Here are some gimbals and cameras from back in the days. This is a little bit of the older technology that they have. Here it is how this guy started with the Google lens. You guys remember this guy? So for me, it's incredible that they have these ones already as old drones. You can still buy these drones in the States, in many places. I still have this guy. Look at this. The Phantom. Who doesn't remember the Phantom? I was wanted to buy a Phantom for the longest back in the days. Look at this guy. Here is some of the beginnings. And let me move you here. These are the new line of drones. All right, so keeping with the running 4D, but this is more meant for filmmaking. And here is a couple images of the follow focus, how it works. So someone is with a camera, like I was telling you, and another person is handling the follow focus, the zoom, and everything like that. You see here the guy in action, the guy holding the camera, and the operator. Here's one of the setups that you can have. Here we go. Monitoring cameras, and we have also all the wireless options for this. This is with 6K 4D running. Shenzhen. So DJI Inspire 3. So Inspire 3 has been very popular on, I'm gonna say, advertising and ads online and movies also, because practical, the size is very, very compact, and it can carry really good cameras. So you can have this drone flying at a really high speed and doing car chase and many other stuff. You see it in many movies actually. Now, this, the banana is for size comparison. Yeah, this is a hefty remote, that's for sure. Different lenses. Good aperture though, 2.8. Look at this. So the Inspire is the drone that most people use commercially, honestly, when they go a little bit more into the professional grade. Okay, so I'm just talking with one of the reps, and they found a rep that speaks English very well, actually very fluently, Rick. He was super kind to give us some insights about this. So the DJI Mini 5 Pro, flight time, depending the battery pack that you're using, can be between 36 minutes to 55 minutes. That's 55 minutes is a lot. The other part that I think is very interesting in this one is the size. So with all the limitations that we have in the United States about drones, you want something compact that doesn't qualify to have a license. So the Mini is a great option. Then the DJI Air 3 is still a really compact option. Same performance with the battery, so you can use that and you shouldn't have any kind of issues whatsoever. But it's bigger, so you might need a license in the United States if you get something like that. Now, the DJI Mavic 4, the Pro version, is a hefty boy. So you definitely need a license, a flying license for it as a hobby or as a business. So, hey, you have the chance, give it a look because they look pretty awesome to me. Now, we're gonna go on the third floor. They have a Hasselblad store, and I'm a sucker for photography. I have so many lenses and whatnot. So I'm gonna go to the third floor and I wanna check what it's all about. So let's see that. All right, guys. So DJI store, it's been open for a little bit, and they have so much stuff that you just want to buy it. Now, the thing is, everything here is tax free. And if you are in China, you live in China, you get a rebate. So you have extra, basically, money back. But, buying right now something here and take it to States, I might end up paying taxes when I go into the country. Not looking to buy that right now, but I'm gonna be probably buying something different, and I'm heading that way. Oh, by the way, I just met a guy from South Carolina. He was here. Yeah. All right, so that was DJI. If you guys want to get more information about DJI, everyone knows where to find them. So just go to the website, get your stuff. And if you come to China, you have to go to this place. The second floor is Hasselblad. And if you don't know Hasselblad, they actually did one of the most famous pictures in all time in the pop culture. And I mean, they're just quality machines, quality lenses for photos and whatnot. So give it a try, check them out, learn a little bit more about Hasselblad, and check the next video because it's just a little bit of the show about them. So thank you guys, like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next one.